Tell us about the Tea Party movement.
Well, this is a symbol. Where I am, the Tea Party is. And when I've got the teapot, I am the Tea Party. Well, we're about reducing the size of the federal government. We want to eliminate the Department of Agriculture, the Department of Energy, the Department of Education, Department of Transportation, the Department of Agriculture, and return their functions to the state governments, to whom the Constitution says they rightly belong, and return the federal government to two priorities: defending the nation against enemies foreign and domestic, and watching our borders, which they're not doing very well. But we want a constitutional government. So we are all about the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution. Now, I knew Tommy and all the rest of them that wrote this document, and they'd be very upset with the American people right now for allowing 43% federal, state, and local taxes. You know, we went to war against the British, and we gave them this letter from the Declaration of Independence to King George III for trying to impose a 3% tea tax on the American people without our consent. So we kicked the king out and kicked him in the butt and sent him back to England. And what do we get now? We've got a Congress that acts like a House of Lords, doesn't listen to the people, and has imposed 43% federal, state, and local on the people who pay it. And then those that don't pay it come to the federal government with their hat in their hand and say, give us our money. And then they give it to Louisiana and Nebraska, and unconstitutional. So we, the Tea Party, are about the Constitution. Not conservatives, not liberals. The middle is the Constitution. So I hope the media gets that right.
So what should people do to get involved if they share your same concerns? How should they get involved?
Well, first of all, don't wear everything I'm wearing, but get your teapot and remind your elected officials that we're going to kick them out. We're going to return the political professionals out and replace them with a citizen legislature like the Constitution originally wanted. We want homeschool moms, we want doctors, we want retired military, people who know what it's like to sacrifice, people who know what it's like to balance a checkbook. And that's what we want. Thomas Jefferson said, a government that can give you everything you want can take everything you have. You better beware of what the federal government's doing.
What do you make of the recent news that President Clinton, James Carville, people like that, they're concerned about the Tea Party movement? They're talking about trying to destroy it, trying to diminish it. What do you make of that?
We don't care what they want. We're going to kick all their butts out until 2010 and 2012. They can complain. They can call us an angry mob. There's the angry mob look for you. They can call us AstroTurf, but we're growing. AstroTurf doesn't go. And we're going to have another march on Washington in September. The contract from America just came out. They just had a press conference. That's our constitutional document. And everyone that wants to get re-elected or get elected is going to have to come to us. We're not going to them. This Michael Steele thing over the weekend has nothing to do with the 900 Tea Parties across this nation. The lady who set that up set herself up. But we're not for Democrats or Republicans asking us to come to them to get them elected. We don't care if they have an R, a D, or an I after their name. They must sign on with a contract from America. From is the key.
One last thing, if people are interested in you, your movement, following you, where can they find you?
Well, they can find me at Time Pass Studio at bellsouth.net. I'm the vice president of the Golden Isles Tea Party in Brunswick, Georgia. And I have a woman over me that I affectionately call the Tsarina of the Golden Isles Tea Party. But we are a grassroots group, and nobody is our head in Washington or any of the umbrella groups that set themselves up. We are all individual Tea Parties, and we're going to show that on the Tea Party movie tomorrow night at the whole March on Washington. So people need to come, need to get out there and see it.
Excellent. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.